thank you everyone for joining on. I'm excited to announce my latest business. As many of you know, I've always been an entrepreneur my entire life. I used to own hair salons. I had 5 locations total in time, multiple open at one time. And I used to think that was multiple streams of income because I was making money off of all these hairdressers. 49 sets of hands, employees. I don't know exactly how many hairdressers it was, but total we had 49 total employees that worked for us. So I made a lot of money, millions of dollars that I made off of the efforts of other people's hands because I learned very young in life, you cannot create wealth with the works of your own 2 hands. And I had a really great mentor in my life when I was young that used to pound one statement in my head. Don't work for the boss, be the boss. Don't work for the boss, be the boss. And so when I would set out with an idea of something I wanted to do, she would say, just work for the boss long enough to learn how to become the boss. All success, you can't think of one area of life, whether it is a person who good things are always happening to them. Gosh, they always get so lucky. They're always getting invited to parties and they're always going on VIP lists and they're always traveling around the country and the world. And gosh, they live in these crazy places and every weekend they're somewhere and blah, blah, blah. And so those are opportunities. Referrals. An abundant business is grown through referrals. Well, who the heck is sending you referrals? The people who send you referrals are human beings, okay? They're friends. And then let's talk about love. Where does love come from? Same place that friends come from. My point that I'm trying to make is everything runs through people. That's what you're looking for, is a way for people to be in abundance and access in your life. Okay, so entrepreneurism has always been my thing. I have always understood the art of connecting. That is how I grew my salons to be in the top 100 fastest growing salons in the country. And then in 2008, when I got introduced to network marketing and I retired from the salon world and became a network marketer, I was still just a connector. I was still building relationships, creating connections. Those connections always turn into the referrals and the customers that grow any business. So side note, if you're somebody who feels weird about making money off your friends, you might want to get over that because someone's making money off your friends. And whose restaurant are you going to go to? The strangers or your friends? Whose hair salon are you going to go to? The strangers or your friends? Get it? Learn to make money off your friends and provide them with an incredible value and give them more than what it is that they could get if they were not doing business with you. So those are just a little few of my rabbit trails on why I am so about entrepreneurism. I am about multiple streams of income. I speak on stages all the time. And on these stages, I get to ask a few questions that separate the crowd. And these few questions tell me who's in the room. And one of them is, who here in this room has ever read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad? If I'm in a room that is not filled with entrepreneurs, I get a few hands that go up. If I'm in a room that is filled with entrepreneurs, every hand goes up. Rich Dad Poor Dad was the first book I ever read that started my journey on business. You have never read Rich Dad Poor Dad, whether you like the guy or not, go read the book because what he's talking about will set you free. If you can learn how to create units of distribution or residual leveraged income, and you can apply it to something that the marketplace needs, you can create wealth. However, things get reinvented, the world changes, crashes come, and that creates new things. So that's what I want to talk to you about. I am adding another business to my business. If you don't know what my business is, and you know my name is Darla, darlad.com. darlad.com. Go research about me and learn what I'm doing. I am building a humongous online university to teach people how to master the art of human connections. And in order to do that, you need tools. In business of any kind, it doesn't matter what you do, you have got to create connections. Well, we live in a very busy, noisy world. Social media does not do what social media used to do. More and more people are pulling off of Facebook. And the reason why is because it's noisy and it's distractive. And they're learning that it takes away their time. In my opinion, they're causing harm to themselves because when you withdraw from social media, you're really withdrawing from who you need to do business with. However, I get it. I understand that. And so I've known this for years, because I've been witnessing it, because I deal with people on a daily basis. And more I'm hearing that people are pulling away from social media. So I'm going to draw you guys out a few examples because I really truly want you to understand how creating multiple streams of income can really make a difference in your life. Because so many people don't understand that hourly wages cannot set you free. If you have to use your hands to create a paycheck, you're never going to be able to hold your baby, pat it on the back, stroke your parents' hair when they're on their final days, fly across the country and be the one that takes care of your family, or be able to be present when someone is in need. You know, you can't do those things if you have to be cutting hair or waiting tables or doing something like that. So I want to draw something out for you. Multiple streams of income on a small scale when you're getting started in life can be 2 jobs, because it is 2 paychecks, but still, it's still only so many hours that you can work times an hourly wage. Don't get stuck there. Keep moving. Learn how to add things into your life that can pay you on the side of what you're doing. When we live in a digital world, it's got to be something that technology has gotten a hold of, okay? That's why when you talk about send out cards, I do send out cards, because send out cards allows me to take a piece of my heart and put it in another person's heart without having to go to the store to buy a card and come home and fill it out and get a stamp and go to the mailbox and do all that, okay? So those are my tangible touch cards. And if it wasn't for the system, I wouldn't be having the business that I'm having today, where customers are coming to me and people are coming to me for business instead of me having to go to them. And the reason why they're coming to me for business is because I made them feel special, I made them feel validated, and I made them feel important. So that's one stream of income. I also have another stream of income from another company, a health and wellness company that I did years ago that I built a lot of customers for that are still using the product that I still get paid on. And I've never done anything with those customers. I can't even tell you their name or who they are, but that's a multiple stream of income. Okay, and then as the evolution process of technology evolved and the more educated I get on tools that are out there in the world to be able to attract versus distract. So here you are. So this is you, okay? And in the world today of business, 10 years ago, people started building websites and creating Facebook pages and all that sort of stuff, where your friends would go there to find the information. Okay, come to my website. Come here and learn more about me. Go log on. Well, here's what I want to warn you about. When you send somebody to this thing called the World Wide Web or to Facebook, you are now, there's a valley of death between the time somebody looks at their computer till they get to the information that they're trying to find. There's so many systems out there to create noise and distraction and pull you away and follow you and chase you all around the internet and get in front of you before you can get to the information that you want. And the way that people attack other people's business on social media is by making negative posts. They actually have companies that do that. Sit there and make negative posts about your competition because they want to put negativity out there so that when somebody new is coming to look, they believe it because they don't understand the way social media works. Okay, so the more you can prevent your person having to go get the information, the more rapidly you're going to connect with them and the better educated they're going to be. So then I find a tool that allows me to be able to bring the information to the people. Changes everything. So I have my tangible touch cards. I have my digital connect cards, where in the world today, digital things can bring you faster to the person. You all know I don't carry business cards, and there's a reason why I don't carry business cards. And if you want to know why I don't carry business cards, send me a message and I'll send you a full training on why I haven't carried a business card in over 10 years. And if you're carrying business cards, you're giving away total control. Please let me teach you why not to do that, okay? So I've got my tangible card that is going to take me from people's head to their heart. It's going to carry a piece of me into their mailbox. I can let them know how much I care about them. I got the system that do it. I have my digital cards that allows me to connect with people the instant that I meet them so that I can send the information to them so that they can feel connected and know what it is that I want them to watch. I want to prevent them from ever going to the internet because there's so much stuff on the internet that's going to just cause them to get distracted. So there, gone. Well, I want to tell you something that's been missing that I've been waiting for so long, which is my next business. So when you start thinking about people that want to appreciate other people, who is that? Any person in business wants to appreciate their customers. I was at a lunch meeting, business luncheon right before this, and we're sitting at the lunch table, and at the other table next to us is 4 people in their suits and everything, and they're sitting there talking, and their biggest complaint was that the lady kept saying is, I don't want to go to 2 CRMs. I want everything in one place. I don't want people to have to go to 2 places to get their information, but we have got to figure out how to show better appreciation to our customers. And I was sitting there going, are you kidding me right now? Oh my gosh, I just can't believe I'm hearing this conversation. And the people that I was with said, why don't you go talk to her? I'm like, I'm not going to go talk to her right now because I've got to get this video done. I know for a fact if I would have gone and talked to that person who has a huge company, I think it was Aya Healthcare, to be honest with you, because they looked like they were in healthcare. They're really big on appreciating their nurses. They're the largest nursing staffing company out here in San Diego. And they're really big on appreciating their employees and appreciating their nurses and their customers and their trainers out there on the field. But they don't have a system that'll allow them to do it, and I'm going to tell you why. When you have a CRM system, because you have a large company, the last thing you want to do and the last thing you can legally do is export your customer base, okay? You can't export your customer base. So in the past 4 years, when I go talk to big companies about send out cards, they're like, oh yeah, Darla, this is exactly what we're looking for. Do we have to export our customer base and put it on a different CRM? And I'm like, yes, unfortunately you do. And they're like, we can't do it, but we would love to do what you're talking about. That's what we're looking for if there was a way for us to do it. And so I've dealt with this with insurance companies, big real estate companies, mortgage people, healthcare people, doctors' offices, dental offices, people that run large networks that already have a CRM system like Salesforce, for example. And Salesforce is one of the biggest ones. And there's a lot of people on Salesforce, and there is millions and millions and millions and millions of customers being touched and being loaded through Salesforce to CRM systems that those companies have no way to be able to send a thank you card that's personalized and customized, send some brownies to those that did, send birthdays, have a system that does it for them. No companies have it. Not on a personal, systematic level where it's got the person's picture or when they came into the company, or maybe at a dentist office, or maybe somebody that did good at the job and they want to capture them on the job, or a customer that is having a special anniversary. Because a lot of companies are learning more and more about building relationships versus marketing. You guys, I have so many clients that when I started working with them, they had yellow page ads, they had billboards, they were doing magazines, flyers, junk mails, all that sort of stuff. And now it's zero, all of it, 100% eliminated. And all they do is appreciate their customer base, celebrate their life, show gratitude towards the role that they've played in their business, and they tell all their friends about it. People who get treated like that tell all their friends about it. But there's been this empty hole that I haven't been able to fill that now I'm able to fill. Finally, a company, after 5 years, I've only known about it for 3, but 5 years has been in the making, has finally launched. And it's a company that plugs into the big CRM systems of big companies. So for example, that Aya Healthcare that has a CRM system can now start using a system that will allow them to be able to send personalized cards and birthday cards and brownies and treats like that. And no, it's not Send Out Cards. And Send Out Cards is a separate company. But if you want to know more information on it because you have a CRM or you have Salesforce or one of those big CRMs, hit me up so I can introduce you to this. So now, that's my new business that I'm bringing on. Now I want to talk to you about all of my businesses. All of my businesses, except for the health and wellness one that I just collect a check on, are 100% tools and systems that allow people to attract people into their life, build a relationship, maintain the relationship on a personal, heartfelt level that makes them go tell all their friends about you. I want you guys to think about that. That is a tool to mastering the art of human connections in business. Now I want to talk to you about why you would want to get involved with companies like this in today's times. We're living in a world that's quickly changing. Social media is getting more and more saturated. You know what I'm talking about. You see fewer and fewer friends on your Facebook page. You're having to get in more and more groups in order to do your reach. You're spending more and more time trying to trail through all that stuff on social media, and it's exhausting. It's distractive. And what is your other option other than to just unplug? Well, what happens if you unplug? If you unplug, now you've just cut all the umbilical cords, right? Okay, so this is you. You're happy, go lucky. This is me. This is where I started many, many years ago. Don't work for the boss, be the boss. So I started to become the boss. You cannot create wealth with the works of your own two hands. So what do you need? You need a lot of people working for you, right? Okay? So this was me going out and building hairdressers and teaching them how to do what it is that I knew how to do, right? Okay? So then I started making a little bit of money off of all these people. I made 20% off of my manicurists. They got 80%, I got 20%. 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. But where was I? Home raising my child? Actually, no, I wasn't, because I had to be behind a chair to work to do hair. But I'm going to show you how I did get home to raise my child. Okay? So then what happens? Let's fast forward to many years later. These hairdressers and manicurists that I trained many years ago, 25 and 30 years ago, they are now in their own salons doing the same thing that I taught them. Okay? Some of them didn't hire other people to work for them, and they're still just their own employee, working away themselves, not making enough to retire. But some of them got wise and started doing exactly what I taught them and started building leverage. You guys, this is leverage. I want you to stop and think about how many people create your paycheck. Is it just you? Or do you have a team of people that create your paycheck? And that's why you're able to make more money than the person at the bottom, right? Because there's no leverage. They leverage for you. Everybody starts out as leverage. I started out as leverage. Just don't stay there. Build your own leverage. Then I got introduced to network marketing, and I did the exact same thing. So in my hair salons, I had 49 employees that serviced 16,000 clients. 16,000 clients with a ridiculous overhead, and I was never going to be able to move and travel and live other places. It was great for what it was, but I didn't know life existed a different way outside of the box that our parents taught us and that school taught us, okay? Until I was introduced to network marketing. Network marketing completely set me free, completely changed my life, and taught me what true freedom is really about. It's the ability to be able to own your life 24 hours a day and to be able to find something that you really care about that you can help others with in the world, which has led me to where I am today. Who do you know that doesn't deal with people? It just doesn't exist. Everybody deals with people. So if you can find a product that helps make connections between people faster and stronger and deeper, then you have something that the world needs, and that's what I've tapped into. So, okay, in the world of the internet, right now the way it is that you're expecting your customers to come to you, okay? Because that's the way it used to be. People could go to Facebook, Instagram, they could go onto a website, and they would come to you. But now there's so many inventions of softwares and stuff that get in there and cause the distraction. You've got to figure out a way to send the information to the people, okay? So that's like the power of a card. As you guys see these cards, that sends the information to the people. You can send a thank you. It comes straight to the heart. It carries a piece of you from the head to the heart. But that missing market, okay? The missing market of all those big, huge companies, that's what I'm talking about now. Okay, so if you start here and you go out and you start introducing this to other people and they get started, I want you to think about something. If I introduce this product to a company, I've got companies all over the world that I get paid on every single day, day after day after day. I make money off of all of their customer connections, and I introduced it to them one time, years ago, one time. I spent some time teaching them how to build their system, and the rest is history because the system is automated. But because the companies pay the people who gathered the customer, I get paid off of that every single day, day after day after day after day. Now that it's gone into the big CRM system world, oh my gosh, you guys, this is blowing the roof off of what's possible. When you take this to a company that has 10,000 clients in their database, and that company has $1 million budgets and they believe in appreciating people and making connections, you're going to get paid off that over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, and you're going to do nothing of the work but refer the customer. That is another stream of income. Don't get caught in one stream of income. When you get fired or you get laid off or your company goes out of business and you're there with no other means of income, you're going to have happen to you what happened to me, losing everything because I had only one stream of income, even making millions of dollars. Okay, so put yourself out there to get multiple streams of income, and this is one. So if you want to learn how to create stuff like this, do it. Just start it on the side. Whoever you know that does something like this, I don't care what company it's with, start something on the side so you can start building now so that over time it will build, and then that way you can retire yourself, you can retire your wife, you can retire your husband, and then if you die or get in an accident, your money doesn't stop. If I get in an accident or I die, all of my hundreds of customers all over the world are not going to stop doing what they're doing in their businesses to create their business. They're going to continue to do it. So take a leap of faith, try something different, and if you need a mentor, I'm telling you, you guys, successful people start doing 4 things in their life and they don't stop them. Well, they become successful if they don't stop them, I should say. And one of them is they start reading books. They stop watching Netflix and TV shows and series, whatever you call that stuff, programs, I don't even know. They stop and they start reading books. They read industry books, business books, books about personal development and stuff like that. They journal. Journaling is so powerful. When you start journaling the positive things in life, it grows them to be even more positive, okay? And they calendar map. If you're not keeping a calendar, you're not growing. I can guarantee you, your life is ran by habits. You wake up and do the same thing day in and day out, and you forget about the things that you wanted to do because you're not calendar mapping. And number 4 is having a mentor. Everybody that's successful invests heavily in their mentors and mentor programs and people that will help to hold them accountable, somebody that they can connect with, and someone they can talk to bounce ideas off and get their motivation to be continued after they come home from their seminars, that sort of stuff. So think about those 4 things. Think about what I just drew out for you. Get excited about my new business. If you have a CRM system, let me know. If you want to learn how to be a better connector, let me know. If you know somebody that's talking to you about businesses like this that I'm just talking about, go to them. Don't come to me. Although you can come to me to be your mentor, you can go to them to sign up with them to help you get started, and I'll teach you how to build it either way. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will talk to you later. Bye.